Anybody remember this right here? This here is Return of the Jedi, the Emperor arriving on the Death Star. Now these are fictional characters. Of course those are real men playing the part, acting, but they're fictional characters. This is a toy set up, a mock of the Emperor arriving on the Death Star. Now what if I told you that I work for the Emperor and you will obey the Emperor's rules? And if you don't, I am going to use force you to comply up to any amount of force necessary to get your compliance. Alright? The first thing you would realize is that I'm insane, because there's no such thing as the Emperor. Okay? It's a fictional character. Just like your stormtroopers, they're fictional characters. Of course, in the movie, those are real men standing in those costumes, but they're fictional characters. It's just men playing a part. But if I said I was willing to put my life on the line to enforce this guy's rules, this artificial person, this fictional character's rules, and I was willing to use any amount of force necessary to enforce this fictional person's rules, you would rightfully assume that I am insane. Well, guess what? There is no such thing as a police officer. They're fictional characters, all right? Men and women are real, and putting on a costume and playing a part, all right? You don't believe me? Well, show me a police officer without showing me a man or woman. You can't do it because they don't exist. They're fictional characters. Now, if you just read a little bit of law, you'll see that governments are artificial persons, just like these artificial persons. But if this man is willing to lay his life on the line for an artificial person, then he is not considered to be insane. But if I were willing to lay my life on the line on behalf of this artificial person, naturally I would be insane. And yes, that would be accurate. I would be insane. And this is why I do carry a driver's license. Because the people who demand that I have either a driver's license, they say you don't have to have a driver's license, but you have to have some form of state identification. Okay? The people who enforce these rules on behalf of an artificial person, they are mentally and emotionally unstable. They are armed and dangerous, and they are prone to extreme acts of violence, from assault to kidnapping to even, okay? So yes, I carry a driver's license, not because it's a law that applies to me. It applies to, it does not apply to me. It applies to, okay? Having a driver's license or state ID does not apply to me. I'm not, okay, I'm me. I am me. I am not. But due to the fact that these people are extremely dangerous, yes, I keep a identification. I will comply under duress. And when we go to court, the judge is going to be insanely mad at whoever winds up dragging me in there based on this fraud. You see, whenever I'm showing you this stuff, this is where you go to in the codified laws of the United States to confirm what I'm saying is in the codified laws, all right? I'm not making this shit up. And you can zoom in, screenshot and zoom in, and they're all laid out right here. But you see, although that is a picture of my face, it is physically impossible. Read the law itself. It says it in the law. It is physically impossible for me, to be the person that is named on there. Read the law. It's impossible. You see, two men can have the exact same name. So what separates the two of them? Facial characteristics, thumbprint or fingerprints, DNA. All right. Just like two men and two women can share the same exact name, two persons can share the same exact name. What distinguishes the difference in the two persons? Well, that's the social security number that distinguishes which person is being referred to. And this is the person. This is the identification number for that person. This is the license for that person to conduct traffic commerce. Law dictionary. Traffic, commerce, trade, okay? What does a police officer do whenever they pull you over? They conduct a legal traffic stop, stopping commerce and trade. Whenever people say that a license is only required to conduct commerce, they're not lying. When the police officer and the judge says that that is ridiculous, they are the ones who are lying. It's right there in the laws. All you got to do is read them. You see, a registered business can only do business with another business. A registered business can only do business with another business. This is the business. This is the identification number for the business. And this is the license for the business to conduct commerce with other businesses. You see, I guess the point of the video is that the system is fictional. Yes, you see police officers busting heads and putting people in cages every day. That is real, okay? But the corporation, the person that the police officer is doing it on behalf of, is a fictional character, all right, created by law. It's not real. Now, a fictional character can't delegate me any authority, and they can't delegate somebody else authority by giving them a uniform, a badge, and a gun. A fictional character cannot delegate me any authority, all right? A artificial person, which is a corporation, a business, okay? A artificial person, a fictional character, cannot delegate authority to him or me, all right? Now, most everything is right here, okay? And see that word right there? Okay? And who's the very first example who can get it? The very first example of who can get one is one of these right here, okay? And what is one of these referred to in this right here? It's referred to as this right here. This is referred to with this word. Okay? It's right there in the law. Just read it. TikTok will remove this, so the moment this uploads, I'm directing it straight to Facebook, and then I'm going to go back and erase the video off TikTok because they'll remove it. Okay, this is the fraud in a nutshell. This is the business. It has no mind, body, voice, or soul, no face. All right? Until they take your picture and apply it to their business. This is property of the United States business. It's not your property. Then they take your signature and your picture, and they create what they call legal joinder, which is a fraud. All right? The police officer looks at the picture. Then he looks at my face. Then he looks at the name on there. Okay? I'm a man that shares the same name as this artificial person. All right? As this business. The police officer then falsely identifies me, the man, as the business. This is the fraud. Not only is it a fraud, it is blasphemy against the Father. Okay? It is sin to identify myself as this person. Anybody using one of these to identify their flesh body is committing sin against the Most High. Think about it. The Father did not create artificial persons or corporations or businesses. He created men, women. Okay? You identify your flesh body, his creation, as an artificial person, you're sinning against him. Think about it.